Fire away.
Tim, I guess what did you see from your group pass rushing against West Virginia?
What do I see in our group? Okay, I think we're doing a good job as a group pushing the pocket. We got to make sure we're right there to maybe make some game-changing plays late in the football game. We got to work to finish and make those plays. We're doing a better job as a group of four getting to the quarterback. There's going to be more and more opportunities in front of us. It's a competitive group. Keep them fresh, keep them running after the quarterback. But I think there's more left out there for us to go get.
Go ahead.
Is that typically experience, the finishing? Like you kind of get there and then there's just things you have to learn?
Well, I just think as you get going late in the football game, we got to keep our feet instead of lunging for things like that late in the game and make sure those guys do stay fresh. I know it's an experience thing, make sure we do that. And also, give credit to whoever our opponent is on a given week. Those guys at this level do a really good job of keeping their feet alive, doing a good job with us, knocking them to one another, keeping our integrity within as we rush the quarterback. But those things attribute to it.
Yesterday we talked with Narduzzi and he was talking about how everyone needs to be a little bit more disciplined. The defensive line has been pretty disciplined. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I appreciate that. I think there's more to go. Our best ball needs to be in front of us, and I think it is. The kids see where there has been growth, and they see that, and they say thank you, but they know our best ball needs to be in front of us. So I think what you say, what attributes to their growth and where we can grow even faster is their experience. Now the conversations are a little bit shorter this year as far as I see it. I got a coach, I saw what you saw, they know it immediately, and we don't get beat with the same thing twice.
Do you feel like your defense, your D-line unit was really worn down in that West Virginia game and impacted that overtime series?
No, I think we're in good shape around here, and then we rotate. In every game we play a good number of guys. We need to be at our best when our best is needed, and I think maybe a little pressing and things like that. So I'm anxious to throw them out there this Saturday and watch us improve.
I think you have 7 different defensive linemen who've recorded a sack or at least half a sack so far this season. Just how are you feeling about your depth of your overall group right now?
They're competitive. They know it every day. So if you work your tail off all winter, all spring, all fall camp, and go out there and practice and cash in, then they should be rewarded for their work as long as they can compete at this level. And that's where they're at. They know it. Go out there, give us your all, and then the next guy can go in. Because that we know, and the strength of our unit will be the unit. And there's no one's allowed to play tired.
Edwards had a big game for West Virginia a couple weeks ago, but how do you feel like your unit's been overall all season and in that game against them?
I think that, we had a chance to change the game for us. And for us to be the football team we want to be, the defensive line needs to show up every week and change the line of scrimmage. I think we left some things out there last Saturday.
When you said left some things out there, was it like
we got a chance to own the line of scrimmage and the run game. The run defense starts on the D line, and that's the way it's got to be. We need to be a dominant force, and that's what the kids want, and that's what we got to work towards and go get done. But we lose the football game. Everyone takes accountability, and we got to get this flipped this Saturday.
You guys have been using some 5 down linemen at times throughout the season. Did you do that much last year?
It is a personnel basis. You watch it. We're seeing some more people going to multiple tight ends and heavy sets and short yardage and things like that. It's shown up this year a little bit more. I think it has to do who we're playing. Some of those teams we're playing, that's who they are. Central Michigan got big people, and West Virginia got some big people. So we match people. That was common in the past as well.
Is that something you might see or use against Louisville?
Really based on what our opponent does, as we go through it. It's always been in our pocket, and we've had it for years and years around here.
From what you've scouted at Louisville, do they do any of that?
When they get in short yardage,
yeah.
we'll get in our short yardage defense to match their people.
How good has Sean Fitzsimmons been to start this year?
What Sean is, what you love about a lot of people in your life, steady. When Coach Bates calls a defense, I know what 55 is going to look like. That's what I like, and he's doing it at a high level. He gets his one-on-ones. He's winning more and more of those. A really, really good run defender for us.
We've seen
takes a lot of Crothers to really, sorry, Abby.
That's what I was going to ask too, so you're good.
Zach Crothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's allowed him to really just emerge as a contributor this year?
Reps, time. His season went on last year, and we talk about our personnel on a daily basis. You saw him last year just growing and growing and growing. He's a kid, all he does is exactly what you say. That's a pretty good feeling as a coach. Takes it personal enough to get it right, but not personal enough to slow his growth. A lot of he's mature with Coach Stack in the weight room. You just see a more confident kid walking around this building.
Your running back, can take, Desmond Reed can take a play any play the distance, but so could Louisville's running back. What do you see from him, and what does he stand out?
Yeah, multiple of their running backs the same way. I think Dez is a very comparable, right? You see him bottled up for a game or for a portion of a game, and then give him a crease. I mean, 1 foot, you better be gang tackling, you better be disciplined. Don't you take a step off, because this guy can change the game in a heartbeat. I mean, he's done it every game that he had valuable reps in.
So obviously Miller Moss is new to their system, but you've seen from him, it looks like they're taking some opportunities down the field.
Yeah, it looked like last week they made an effort to get him on track early in the game and got him in some passing situations, getting the ball out of his hands quick, but Louisville hasn't changed. It's still Coach Brom's system. He's going to take calculated shots against our defense. So, Coach Brom does a tremendous job, and he very, very good football coach, good play caller. So he fits into what they're asking him to do. I don't see their change in what their scheme is. He's fit into what they're asking him to do.
When you go back and watch the film from the past 3 games, what really stands out about how the defensive line is playing?
Well, I'm encouraged with the growth, but I'm excited about the best ball being in front of us. The experience is over. We know what we're doing. We know our roles. We've settled into them. I think they're a hungry group right now. We're disappointed in what happened last week. We're capable of more, and we will be more.
This season we've seen Isaiah bump out a little bit, play a little bit of defensive end. I mean, what allows him to do that, be that versatile, and how does that help you guys?
Well, if you watch Isaiah Neal, all he does is compete. Just competes all the time. Okay, we got to find a role, more and more roles for this kid. He's a defensive tackle, and most of his reps will come there. But maybe the big personnel groupings will bump him out there because he's gained some weight. He's stout out there on the edge against the run and able to move him around. He's very intelligent. His football intelligence is as high as anybody in the room and maybe on the defense. So he can handle a lot mentally. Really, the kid loves football. Want him on the field. I want more guys competing like him in everything that they do.
I think Coach Bates mentioned his football intelligence as well. We talked to him a couple of weeks ago. I mean, is that something that took a big step forward this year, this offseason, or is that always been?
No, I think his experience and seeing things has helped him playing last year. But the kid's smart. I didn't make him smart. He came in smart. He loves football.
Do a few more.
I got one. Blaine, you talked a lot about Blaine Spires in training camp, Coach did. He's playing with an injured hand. How impressive is it to you, his performance, knowing that he's technically injured?
Well, I think anytime you get a kid later on down the rope in his career, they come through the doors different, and that's Blaine. He's an old man in our room, and he prepares that way. He practices that way. He wants to be out there. There's no concessions made for the little cast on his hand. He's just fine. I don't pay any attention to it because he doesn't. He doesn't want it that way. I really love being around Blaine every day.
I think it's probably natural that after a loss, you kind of just want to get back out there and start playing. What can you guys have, or what did you guys take from having this extra time, having the bye week?
Well, we got on the road for a couple of days and went on the road and recruited a little bit and then came back in here, analyzed what we can do better, what we did well, and then got a couple extra days on Louisville, a very, very good football team, and particularly with my concern, offensively, a very good football team.
Anything final? Coach, thank you.
Thank you.